Hey everybody, it's JP, and I just came and talked to y'all about the James Harden rumor about him going to Brooklyn and having interest in going to Brooklyn. It'd be really interesting to see how Kyrie, James Harden, and KD have chemistry in Brooklyn, even though Kevin Durant and James Harden already played together. So it'd be kind of interesting how they will play in Brooklyn, just because one of them three has to sacrifice their game in order. If they want to win, someone has to sacrifice their game. I know it ain't gonna be KD because KD is the second best player in the world behind LeBron, in my opinion. So it's got to be either James Harden or Kyrie. Now, if James do want to go up to Brooklyn, he ain't gonna be doing all the dribbling, and shooting the ball and scoring 30 something points a game and all that. He has to, probably have to take a little less dribbling and everything. So it'd be interesting how they're going to come up with that. Steve Nash being in his first year as head coach, but it's also good that you have Mike D'Antoni up there because James Harden's used to Mike D'Antoni in his system and knows how the system works. Also, with Amari Stoudemire coming in as assistant coach too, as well, that can help out the big guys and everything. But they have to give up a lot of pieces in that Brooklyn Nets team, and they are a really good young team that you see with Joe Harris, Chris LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, among others up there, Jared Allen. So it's going to be really interesting who they will give up for James Harden if he does go up there to Brooklyn. I'll say keep that young team together because they all of them have potential. All of them have potential. But I know that they want to win right away and everything. So do what Golden State did a couple years ago getting Kevin Durant. But the difference is they were an unselfish team, and Steph had to sacrifice his game in order for Kevin Durant to come in and have that chemistry. Like Draymond didn't have to sacrifice his game. Clay didn't have to sacrifice a game. But Steph had to sacrifice the game from doing all the scoring and doing everything on the offense just to get it together. So it ain't going to be like Golden State. Well, you have unselfish guys on the team to go to and you pass around a lot. So it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting with that dynamic up there in Brooklyn. So, but if it does happen, I have the Nets in the finals, automatically in the finals. I just don't see Boston making it. I don't see Milwaukee making it. The only team that might give trouble might be Miami, but like I said, the Nets are too overloaded on paper if they did have James Harden offensively. So you have to, if you can't stop KD, you can't stop James, can't stop Kyrie, among others. So it's going to be really interesting. It'd be a really interesting concept and dynamic if they do end up getting James Harden in the trade. Like I said, they've been talking about James going to Philly. I don't think it'd be a good idea for him to go to Philadelphia, even though Doc Rivers is there. But you also have Embiid and Ben Simmons and everything. It's just not a good idea. I just don't like to see Houston give up James Harden. That's your franchise player. I would love to see him have pieces around him and everything. I mean, they tried their best, but I just didn't like the idea of the small ball with Houston and trying that. It just didn't work, because Anthony Davis could just easily dominate and give you like 40 points against them. So it's just not a good idea. And seeing Daryl Morey gone and having Steven Silas as head coach would be just really interesting if he does stay in Houston and see what they would come up with and everything. But I know they have a lot of rebuilding, a lot of work to do in Houston. And I know like some of the role players aren't happy, like PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon, because they have to have more touches and usage, which is kind of stupid because you own that team. You own that team and you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, and then you want to start complaining about not having touches and usage. You know exactly what's going to happen. James is going to have the ball most of the time and will dribble. It will be either a layup, it will be a three-point shot stepping back, or it could be a pass. It used to be a pass to Clint Capella for an alley-oop. You know what was going to happen, so why are you complaining about having no usage and no touches on that when you know exactly what the offense was about? Jesus. Sorry about that. But like I said, it would be really interesting to see how James would go into that Brooklyn team and who will sacrifice their game and everything. Let me know your thoughts of if what would happen if James Harden did end up going to Brooklyn. How many games will they win? Will they win the championship? Will they make it to the finals? What's your opinion on that? So make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's just JP with a Z. Subscribe for more content, more uploads. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos, probably do one video per week, but it might be 2 or 3 like I'm doing now, just having thoughts and just reactions and everything. Just keep watching, just know it's coming and everything. Follow my social media. It's just JP on Facebook and Instagram, and we are out of here. Peace.